The arena was silent, not out of peace, but tension. On the cracked stone floor of the combat ring, the alien warrior general stood tall, cloaked in silver-plated armor laced with violet veins of energy. She was known as General Strik of the KYR Dominion, conqueror of 5 systems, undefeated for 17 years. Across from her stood a lone human, unarmored, weaponless. He wore only dark fatigues and fingerless gloves. His name was Dax Morgan, a soldier of Earth's last surviving division. No one expected him to survive 30 seconds. Yet he stood calm, head tilted, watching Strik with unreadable eyes. "You are either brave," she said, her voice metallic behind her helm, "or too ignorant to be afraid." "I've heard stories about you," Dax replied. "I figured they were exaggerated." She narrowed her eyes. "You'll find they were not." Without warning, she lunged. The ground cracked beneath her step as she flew across the arena like a comet, her arm pulled back, sword humming, sharp enough to split solid alloy. Dax didn't move until the very last instant. He pivoted just outside the arc of her blade. The sword carved the air with flash. Then he stepped in, so fast it was a blur, and drove his palm upward against the center of her chest plate. A single pulse. Crack! The sound echoed through the arena like a thunderclap. Strik stumbled back, eyes wide. A web of fractures spread across her chest plate. The armor, a KYR-forged exoskin designed to deflect plasma rounds and laser blades, shimmered once, then collapsed inwards, shattering like glass. The shards fell in slow motion, and beneath them, her skin, pale violet, unmarred, exposed. Her breath caught. Her sword dropped from her hand. For the first time in her life, Strik was unarmored in front of an enemy, and Dax didn't attack again. He stepped back. He simply watched her. The silence returned, not just around them, but inside her. She looked down at her chest, at the empty space where her power had been. She had always thought of the armor as an extension of herself, impenetrable, perfect, and absolute. With it, she could crush cities. With it, she was invincible. But now, without it, she felt small. "You could have killed me," she said slowly. "I didn't come here to kill you," Dax replied. "Then what?" "To show you something." She took a shaky breath. "That I'm weak?" "No," he said. "That you're not." She narrowed her eyes. "You just shatter my strongest defense." "Your armor wasn't your strength," Dax said. "It was your cage." Strik staggered backward and sat heavily on one of the broken arena pillars. The crowd above remained silent. KYR warriors were known for respecting power. But now they were witnessing something else, something they didn't understand. "I never lost before," she murmured. "Not once." "Then maybe you never really fought," Dax said gently. Her eyes snapped up. "I've fought in more wars than you've drawn breath." "Wearing that?" He nodded toward the broken armor on the ground. "Then you've always had something between you and the truth." She stared at him. Dax walked closer, still not threatening, just present. "Real. I've read your reports," he said. "How you never take your helmet off in front of others. How you don't sleep unless your armor's sealed. How you've never let yourself be seen." "You think I wear out of fear?" she growled. "I think you wear it because at some point someone hurt you when you didn't." The words hit harder than his strike had. "Strik, clench your fists. You know nothing of me." "I don't have to," Dax said. "I've seen it before. Warriors who wrap themselves in power because they're terrified of being human." She looked away. For the first time, Strik didn't know how to respond. The wind shifted in the open-air arena. The KYR banners fluttered gently in the distance. Strik looked down at her hands, at the faint marks of old burns of blade training. So many years had been spent sharpening her skills, hiding her soul. "You could have finished me," she whispered. "I didn't want to," Dax said. "Why?" "Because I saw something the moment your armor cracked." "What?" He looked her in the eyes. "A person, not a general, not a weapon. Just you." Syrex's throat tightened. She had forgotten what it felt like to be seen, not judged, not feared, just seen. She rose slowly, almost uncertain. "You broke through what no one ever has." "I didn't come here to conquer," he said. "I came to connect." "Even with an enemy?" "You're only my enemy if you want to be." She took a step forward, face bare now, no helmet between her and the world. Her violet eyes shimmered, not with rage, but with emotion she hadn't allowed in years. "You came without armor," she said. "I have scars instead," Dax replied. She let out a short, unexpected laugh. Not cruel, not bitter, just real. "I don't know what happens now," she admitted. "You don't have to," Dax said. "You just have to start without the armor." That night, Syrexa stood before her war council without her suit. Gasps echoed through the chamber. Her scars were visible. Her face, unshielded. Her body, no longer encased in perfection. But she stood tall, and no one dared challenge her, because something deeper had awakened in her. Not rage, not vengeance, but truth. Later, she found Dax standing alone in the garden atrium of the Citadel. The stars above glimmered. She stood beside him in silence for a while, then said, "You shattered more than my armor." "I know. I'm not sure I hate it. I hoped you wouldn't." She glanced at him, this human who had come not to defeat her, but to reach her. "Tell me something honest," she said. He looked up. "Okay. Was it really just one strike?" He smiled. "Maybe two."